What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Murph. Today I just want to come back to you real quick. I know I dropped the video earlier this morning, but we had a very big update in the game today, so wanted to make a quick 5-minute video just to talk about it, talk about some brief implications. So buckle up and let's get into it. So during the Reddit AMA earlier this week, we were promised a big content update with a lot of information coming out, and this is it. The first things first, Lord Ballin's adventure is going to be coming out. This is the alternate universe or alternate timeline version of Ballin, where essentially him and his companions retake Moria, and instead of dying within the 20 years that they hold it, they actually survive and live to tell the tale. So it's kind of a cool idea. This is their first real alternate timeline character they're doing. They said they want to do a bunch of these, and I do think there's gonna be bigger implications for this character going forward, which we'll talk about later on in this. But October 2nd, that is going to be Monday morning, is going to be the beginning of the adventure, so make sure you're ready to go for that. Don't miss out on it, because I know that I have been lazy on a couple of my alts and missed out on marquees just because I'm like, I'll get to it. Do it immediately. Get your free marquee rewards. Just hit level 30, gear 1, figure out the formula, get it. It's free chicken. The second big thing here is going to be Arwen and Eldon marquees. We are getting a third run or a second rerun of Arwen and a second run or first rerun of Eldon coming out, starting with Arwen on October 9th and then Eldon on October 11th. They're going to both be up for 1 week, so if you do not have them unlocked yet, make sure you get out there and do these marquees, get these characters unlocked, because we do not know when Elrond's coming back. The only information we were given from the AMA was that it was going to be sometime this year. That could mean that it's going to be on the 18th as soon as Eldon's event ends, or it could be 2 months from now. We don't know, but don't take the chance. Get these characters unlocked, start farming them, get it done. Start farming for Elrond now, and do not miss out on him this time around. So, notes: players who have not previously completed all the tiers of the events will be able to complete their remaining tiers. Players who have previously completed both adventures will see the marquee event. However, all their tiers will show as complete, and they will not be able to claim the rewards again. Tier 6 in both events is no longer available for 5-star characters, which is kind of a good call, I guess. It makes sense, because that's only there for the whales to go out there, spend more money, and be able to unlock it, get those big rewards. A lot of people have Eldon and Arwen free-to-play farm 5 stars already by now. Fine. Good with it. Elrond of Rivendell is returning. Keep your eyes peeled for news on his event coming later. Mines of Moria Chapter 1 changes. We got a bunch of raid changes to the game right now. Basically, a lot of it was to reduce RNG and make the raid a lot more friendly and reduce the amount of screen time needed to have to reset attempts over and over again to keep trying, specifically, mainly with Chapter 1 and a little bit of Chapter 2. So, the Moria War Guard is no longer going to taunt, they're going to provoke instead. And what's important about this is that essentially it's still functioning as the same mechanic in the game, making you have to either dispel or attack around this mechanic, but it's a little more user friendly. Whereas before, the way taunt works is a character gains taunt and they have taunt up, and you can only attack that character until that character's next turn, then taunt will fall off naturally. With provoke, however many stacks of provoke that character gets, every time you attack it, it'll drop a stack of provoke. So what would happen before is basically in Chapter 2, when you downed the troll, if you got a War Guard, you basically, personally for myself at least, I would just restart immediately, because it wasn't worth even trying to damage through that War Guard or deal with a dispel, because my main focus was trying to damage the troll down to 0 health to get him the second bonus points awarded. Same thing with Chapter 1. If you got one War Guard, it usually wasn't a big deal as long as you had some sort of dispel to deal with it. But if you got bad RNG and had 2 War Guards spawn at the same time, it was not a good time. So that's good. The bomber itself is getting a change as well. So Don't Rush Me no longer decides which team to throw the bomb at by an increasing percentage. If a Moria bomber takes a turn with 1 to 4 stacks of Don't Rush Me, the bomb will always be thrown at the player's team. And if you get 5 stacks or more, they'll immediately take a turn and throw the bomb on their own team. So now the meta is going to be, instead of guesstimating how many stacks it's going to take from to drop it and just cross your fingers and hoping, it seems like it's going to be to basically get them close to 5 stacks and then start dealing out some damage to the rest of the orcs around there. Because you know that 5th stack is going to be an automatic immediate drop. You're going to try to drop all the characters down low, whittle them down, and then once you're comfortable with it, hit the bomber down so it drops a bomb, and it's going to take out as many orcs as possible using that strategy. More Gimli. This is important. This is what I was talking about earlier with Balin. So Gimli is now free to play. He's on the guild campaign. This is a huge, huge win for free to play players. It is another character added to guild campaign, which is the most friendly way for free to play players to be able to farm, unlock, and max out characters right now. And it is also on guild chapter 2, which means that even though it's not 3, 4, or 5 where they're awarding a lot of gold and a lot of ability materials, at least with guild chapter 2, you do have a shot at one rare ability crystal. I know, ooh, one rare ability crystal. Who gives a shit, right? It's still better than being on chapter 1, which a lot of the important farms right now in the guild chapters are on chapter 1. So this is a big W for us. And the reason I think it's important is that we're now seeing a lot of these dwarves becoming free-to-play farmable. We've now got Fili, Kili, Fro, and Gimli, all free-to-play farmable. We're probably going to get Bifur. It's probably going to take 2 more months before Bifur is free-to-play farmable, but I do think that with all these dwarves coming out and the announcement of a new legendary character coming that pertains to the Hobbit, I think we're going to get dwarves required for a legendary Thorin event. So I'm personally starting my dwarf farms up now, which is probably a little too behind the curve and a little too late for whenever this comes out, but we'll see. Next up, we got Legolas available in the Arena supply store for Arena coins. This is amazing. Most of the people have been around since day 1. If they've been solo farming one character, they finished Shagrat, or they finished Eomer, whoever it was they decided to farm out of that store. This is a big win. This is another avenue for easy shards to be able to farm up for Elrond for free-to-play players. Instead of having to roll the RNG on a crappy character like Leliel, you can now farm like Legolas, Elrohir, Naramiri. Those are 3 easy farms, and then throw on Arwen and Elladan, and you're good. Like, just farm those 5 characters. Or I guess Lomion too, because you need him for the team. But hey, at least this way we now have the 4 Rivendell characters and Legolas now that you can kind of pull on another team to be able to farm and not have characters you're farming you won't ever use, like Leliel. Next, Bifur is added to the supply store in quantities of 5 or 10, so purchasable with gems. The weekly supply store has been updated as well, so new month, they're going to be updating the supply store every month. So now Rachma, Miri, Halbrad, Herendil, Sergeant Ara are all removed from the store. Shagrat, Gaz, Fro, Fili, and Kili are going to be added to it. So if you guys need to start farming dwarves and you've got a surplus of gems, feel free to spend them here. Let's see, web store updates. I'm not worried about the web store, and the rest of these are bug updates. I'm not going to waste my time reading through all of these. You guys can go ahead and find the post yourself. So we've got a video that's going to be coming out. I think I'm going to be doing a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video for tomorrow, but come this weekend, Saturday, we'll be doing a little bit of like wake up coffee and dailies and whatever. So if you guys want to hang out, live stream, I'm going to live stream that. Just kind of play through Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Home and all that stuff. But Sunday I will be releasing my I haven't really done like an official one, but my first official monthly farming guide. So with all these changes that just came out added to it and taken into effect, we will be coming out with a like no bullshit, hey guys, October free-to-play farming guide with priorities based on your arena teams and the raid and everything else. So if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you like the video, help the algorithm out. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about today's news and updates and whatnot. What are some more updates that you would like to see? And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. And until next time, I'm me. Bye.